Okay, so here we're back at the tenement section of the layout where I've done really nothing to this section, but look at it and kind of think about what I wanted to do with it next. It is a background scene, but I would like to make it as convincing as I possibly can. So if I pan over slowly, you can see that there hasn't been much change. But I did put this tree in and put some boards going up the tree so somebody could go up. Some responsible adult could go up and tie the rope on the tree limb so we could get a tire swing going for the children. So maybe adding some figures will be something that I'll be able to do to get this thing going, and some other small details. So we'll kind of play around with this and see what we come up with. All right, here's some old fencing that I've put together, weathered, and put some signage on. And this will go in the tenement section. A few more details to do to it, and then it'll be ready to install. All right, everyone, I've started the detail process. So what you see looking back on the right in the little alleyway is I added a trash bin back there, some garbage, some trash cans. Also, I added a dog. And if you look at the white tenement building, I added a hose on the end of that so they can water the lawn in the spring and summer. As I pan over, I've added a lot of junk, barrels, scrap piles, stuff like that. And of course, I've added human life as well as some animals, some dogs and some cats. And you can already start to see the scene come alive. Also, if you look up on the second floor of the middle tenement, I've got some flower pots there, and I've got some of those throughout the scene. And then right on the edge of the road, ready for pickup, is the trash bags. And still have a little bit more to add on the other side as well. I did put some of those plants over there as well. So later on in the video, I'll do a close-up of all of that. But there's still a little bit more I want to do to get this to the point of 95% finished. And once I get that done, we will come back. But things are starting to take shape. It's a very, very transforming to see just what happens when you add human life to a scene. All right, so I think I've got this going with the detail. Like I said, some of this is going to be covered up, at least from the view I'm at right now. I believe when you walk into the room, you can immediately turn to your right and look and see some of this, but you won't see it head on. But I wanted to do this anyway for pictures and video when I'm running trains by. And I think it'll make a nice backdrop for the small town that will be in front of it. So starting from the right side, the only thing I added since the last segment was a clothesline. You can see that right in front of the white tenement. And as I pan this thing around, you can see all the people that I've added and details I won't take the time to explain, but we've got everything from a man coming out of his apartment with his dog to a dog at the fire hydrant doing his business, to trash, all that stuff going on. People just living, doing the best they can, living right in front of the tracks. Eventually, in this spot between the two tenements, I want to have some type of extension, whether that's going to be a backdrop or a drawing, but that road can't stop there, obviously. But we'll see. And then, of course, all the clothing on the lines. Got that going. Got the fence going up the hillside so people won't fall off the edge, at least not accidentally. And yeah, I think it came out okay, pretty good. Just a closer look looking up the hill. You couldn't really see back up in the corner where those clotheslines are coming across the walkway. And I still have a lot of detailing to do to this factory here, but I did add the little crow on the left-hand corner there. Thought that was kind of fun. So this is what we got going here. All right, so the next step is going to be to add the fence that perhaps will block a lot of this detail on this side. The fence will actually go on this section right here, and we'll see if we can keep some of this showing. I'm just not sure yet. So we'll be back. Okay, folks, here we are back with the finished product, or 95% finished, as I usually like to say. So I've got the fence installed. Of course, I did enhance the fence. It was a solid fence originally, and I went through and took some of the boards out, cut holes in, put some signage on, and some vinage, of course, and of course weathered it. So I think it really fits in with the scene. It enhances the scene. It accentuates the scene. Everything that I was expecting would happen. And it's not completely covered up once you get into the layout and look. Now, for small children, just seeing the upper level in the first place is going to have its challenges. So any visitors will have to pick their children up to see it. But for the average person, you should be able to see a good bit of the detail that's going on behind the fence. But ultimately, I think it's going to make a really nice backdrop for the small town that will go in front of it. And as I said before, we're at 95% status. Of course, I want to add, a road extension between these two tenements here. And I may do something behind it. I'm just not sure at this point, but guess what? I can do that later and have time to really think about what I want to do. So the fence goes all the way out to the edge of the layout, and I think it gives a nice overall product. So I'm very, very happy with how things turned out.